against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Cause baby, I feel real good and I wish I would. Watch out now. It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Everybody watch out. Watch out now. I'm ready for a good time and I came to groove. The whole band's here and we came to move. Got a fresh haircut and 2 new shoes.
Wake up! Yep, it's that time again. Vape AM brought to you by vapers1.com. I'm your host, Anthony Ramella. Hey guys, it's Thursday. You made it all the way to Thursday. Hopefully you guys are having a pretty decent week out there. I know that I am. It's been fantastic. Morning shows. Why did I ever decide to do a morning show? It's just not what I'm designed for. I think Vape PM is going to come out here pretty soon. But anyway, guys, I love all you all. It's time to kind of get this rolling. Those of you that come over from Facebook, welcome. We will talk a little bit about the contest and winners and all that kind of stuff a little later on in the episode. But we kind of do the same thing every morning. We do a little birthdays, we do a little history. I try and find things that are relevant, and then sometimes I totally drop the ball and find things that are totally irrelevant, but it's what I want to talk about, and it's my show, so you're going to listen. Anyway, let's do some birthdays this morning. So let's see. We've got some pretty good ones today. Looks like we got all girls today, which is pretty cool. So Kristen Wiig's birthday is today. If you don't know who she is, you know who she is. You just don't know the name. She's been a very awesome comedic actress. She can hold her own. She can lead a movie. She can be a great supporting actress, and she just has great timing. And she's a really, really funny lady. So if you guys aren't familiar with Kristen Wiig, I would definitely look into that. But happy birthday, Kristen! That's awesome. So I got a couple of oldies but goodies here. Valerie Harper's birthday is today. If you don't know who Valerie Harper is, she was actually in quite a few shows. She used to be Rhoda years ago on shows. She also was part of a show called The Hogan Family, which Jason Bateman was in. So she's a really good comedic actress as well. And then last but certainly not least, Cindy Williams' birthday is today. Now, a lot of you guys are not going to know that name when I say it, but you will know the show Laverne and Shirley, and she was the actress that played Shirley on Laverne and Shirley. So Cindy Williams' birthday is today, and honestly, doesn't look too bad. I'm sure she's got some age to her, but these women are really keeping up, and unlike me, I'm not going to look that good at her age, so I have some respect for that. So anyway, guys, one of the things that we do really need you guys to do here at Vape AM, and what's part of the contest, is we need you to like or dislike, which I'd prefer like, subscribe, and also comment on these episodes. I'm going to give you a word of the day at the end of the day that helps you get involved with the contest, and you can win some money, so which is pretty cool. And all you got to do is do those little 3 things: like, subscribe, and comment. Shouldn't take you much time at all, and it'll definitely be worth your while. All right, guys. Well, let's get on to some history, because that's the next thing that we do here. So today's history isn't really vaping related, and I couldn't even really figure out a way to make it vaping related, but I'm a car guy. Those of you that don't know me, I really do enjoy cars pretty much all the way around. And in 1984, the last Volkswagen Rabbit was produced. Kind of a sad day for that. I don't know what teenage cheerleaders are going to drive now that all the Rabbits are not being produced anymore. And those of you that are too young to know about that, it was a very, very common vehicle for a blonde-haired, blue-eyed cheerleader back in the day. So anyway, Volkswagen Rabbit, and I have owned one in my life, even though I'm not a blonde-haired, blue-eyed cheerleader or anything close to that. But it was a good little car. So that's just my little bit of history for today. All right, well, let's get on to some Wake and Vape news this morning. Obviously, I can't have a good time all the time, but, and here's a perfect example of that. So, title of this article was "Vaping is Bad. We're finally starting to learn how deadly it really is." Now, how can anyone read the title of that article and think anything other than vaping is bad? And this is something I kind of talked about a little bit yesterday. And it's a valid point that a lot of these people are just going to read the title of this article and then just going to share that information with everybody that they see vaping. Well, I saw that vaping was bad. Well, did you read the article? No, but the title told me it was bad, so I believed it. This is something that you have to kind of dismiss, and you're going to have that information, ready in the chamber, so when somebody comes by, you can shoot them some knowledge. But I'm going to read a little bit of this here today. So, our understanding of e-cigarettes is still accumulating, which basically means they don't know. But at this point, we are pretty confident that e-cigarettes are at least 2/3 to 3/4 as bad as cigarettes. That was a statement by Dr.Glantz, PhD, pain in the you-know-what. His research has been overturned several times because of poor practices. This is a guy that the anti-groups are really using to try and prove their point. And just because he has a PhD does not mean that he knows what he's talking about. He is the professor of medicine at the University of California, San Francisco's Center for Tobacco Control Research and Education. Wow. In San Francisco, there's somebody talking that vaping is bad. This is just brand new information. Like, wow, San Francisco's against vaping? Wow, I can hardly believe it. So this doesn't really surprise me. This is coming out of San Francisco. I'm going to continue to read here. He also says, and remember, cigarettes are pretty horrible. Vaping is like, instead of jumping out of the 40th story of a building, you're jumping out of the 30th story of a building. Like, what kind of analogy is that? Like, basically, you're going to die either way. You just die quicker with vaping because you're going to hit the ground faster. This is horrible a way to describe this. And I think this is a good indication of like scare tactics they try and use to get people to not make that conversion over. And those of you out in California, if San Francisco, you just happen to watch this and it's the first vaping video you've ever seen in your life, all they want to do is make money. They have a big contract with Big Tobacco, and the more cigarettes they sell, the more money that they make. So everybody in San Francisco that's any kind of authority as far as government is trying to get people back on cigarettes so they can continue to make that money. Deal with your homeless problem. I'm not going to rant this morning, but come on. I'm going to continue to read here a little bit. Other experts think Glantz is being too conservative, thanks to the new chemical cocktails. Okay, vaping is not chemical cocktails. The increased nicotine delivery and the power of the drug on the brain, all the worse in concentrated form. Juuls and other e-cigarettes may in fact be worse than your average cancer stick. I don't know where they're getting this information from. This sounds like someone who did some research that didn't do a good job and then playing the telephone game when it finally got down to this last guy. He's like, oh, you mean e-cigarettes are worse than my cigarettes? Okay, this is totally 100% bogus. I can list you guys several sites where you can get real information from real places doing studies. And if you want to know about this Glantz guy, just do a little bit of research. There are plenty of vaping, people out there and non-vaping people out there that have said his research is flawed. It's terrible. I mean, some ridiculous things that he's done in the past, which I'm not going to get into in this morning, just make everything look bad. It makes science look bad. It really does. To call this guy a scientist is not the right thing to do. That's just really, really horrible. So that was our little bit of Wake and Vape news for this morning. But do a little research. There'll be a link down in the description so you can read the entire article. It's going to make you upset, especially if you're a vapor. But I want you guys to do the education part of it because you can tell other people what the real truth is about this. So, all right. So we do have a contest going on. So like I told you earlier, like, subscribe, and comment. And in the comment, you're going to need a word of the day. Now, every day we're giving away a $25 gift card or coupon code to our website, depending on which one that you want. And that's going to happen through the entire month of August. And then at the end of August, we're going to do a $500 gift card. It's a Visa gift card that you can use anywhere you like. So today's word of the day is jump, Glantz, jump. Once again, hashtag jump, Glantz, jump. I think you guys all know what I'm talking about there. So you guys know we love doing these shows. Everybody here at Vape AM, as well as Vapers and the Vapers Report, we always have the same goal. Stop smoking or you're gonna die, all right? So we love you guys. We enjoy doing these shows, and I guess that means I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Well, I'm gonna ride on down to my vapor store. I'm gonna vape till I can't no more. I'm gonna ride on down to my vapor store. I'm gonna vape till I can't no more. I got the feds upon my back, flavor bands attached. The judge is weighing in. I don't think we're gonna win. The Democrats, they forced it. Republicans endorsed it. Now that I'm a vapor, I don't think that I'll support it. Ain't gonna find me smoking. Ain't gonna find me. Ain't gonna find me smoking. Ain't gonna find me. 500,000 decibels.
a year. The evidence, it seems quite clear. Cigarettes, they are to blame, but the tax money is too insane. My life ain't the Matrix. Morpheus won't save us. Stop smoking or you're gonna die. This is something you just can't deny. Ain't gonna find me smoking. Ain't gonna find me. Ain't gonna find me smoking. Ain't gonna find, well, I'm gonna ride on down to my vapor store. I'm gonna vape till I can't no more. I'm gonna ride on down to my vapor store. I'm gonna vape till I can't no more. I'm gonna ride on down to my vapor store. I'm gonna vape till I can't no more.